Joined by Colonials head coach Charlie Buscaglia as the Robert Morris Colonials defeat the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds 83-42. And Charlie, a huge game for your team and a very good way to respond after the loss this past Saturday to St. Francis.
You know, I told them they had to go out there today and play very hard and smart, and they had to earn their way back onto the right track. And the way we started the game off, you know, we played with a lot of accountability, and we played very smart early on, kept the ball in front of us. And as the game went on, we had a little bit of a lull there, and I was proud of them about how we came back from that and opened up the second half without letting down. We pushed ahead, and we set the tone again, and I thought we did a good job of maintaining it for 40 minutes today.
Let's talk about Ananiki Stamalamprou tying a program high with 39 points today, tying her countrymate and former teammate Artemis Spanu. A huge game for her.
You know, she had one of those days today where she just kept going and kept going and kept going, and you know, we worked on that a lot yesterday, you know, because she had such a tough performance on Saturday where, you know, it was uncharacteristic of her, you know, and you know, she takes it hard, and you know, we got to keep her going and keep her head up and just keep understanding that, you know, she's got to be out there, she's got to play free, you know, she's got to, you know, just play the game. Don't slow your dribble down. Reading, keep playing, and don't let the last shot affect the next one. And she did a great job today of really responding. And you know, that's a true mark of somebody, is that when they have a tough time, that they come back and respond. So I'm really proud of her for that.
Well, the other 44 points were distributed amongst all the other players. Nobody else scored in double figures. I think that's a real mark of the rest of the team really contributing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to be ready to come and play. And, you know, in the first half there, we had a couple players come off the bench, had some rough starts, but then in the second half, you know, I gave them another opportunity, and they kept going, and good things happened for them. So, you know, it's a learning process for us, that everyone has to understand you can't have 4 out of 5 on the floor. You got to have all 5. And when you have a tough moment, you got to bounce back. And our bench being strong today and coming in the game and getting those minutes and contributing means a lot for us. And we got to just continue to grow from that and to continue to learn more. And, you know, we could do things better. We gave up too many offensive rebounds today. They had like 19 offensive rebounds. You know, that's something that's going to hurt you down the stretch. So we can't take this win like, you know, we wouldn't take it if we lost the game. We have to go in there and be steady and do what we would do no matter what, and know that this performance is only one performance, and we got to continue to grow off this. But it's nice to get back on the right track.
What went into the decision of starting Nia Adams today?
You know, Nia's been working hard in practice and stuff like that, and you know, I think that she's been somebody that earned a position and a chance to start today. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, Nia did a good job with it. You know, you know, she accepted the challenge, and you know, I was proud of her. You know, and she's somebody that can guard someone real well when she's getting after it, and she gets to the rim, and she's athletic and stuff like that. So you know, you mix up your lineup. Sometimes you give someone an opportunity, and they respond. And I thought she did a great job of responding today.
And how do you think that Rebecca Novato responded to coming off of the bench?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you come off the bench for the first time, you know, it might be a little different than when you, you know, start. But she did a good job, I thought. I mean, she played with much more accountability than she did on Saturday. And, you know, I thought she did a good job. She knocked a couple shots down for us. And defensively, she did a pretty good job of keeping the ball in front. And that was one big thing today, is that everybody had to really keep the ball in front of them and play real accountable and contest shots. And I thought for a while there we really had that rolling. And it was good to see her be a part of that coming off the bench.
On Saturday, the freshmen struggled. Today, they responded much better.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's going to happen. You know, freshmen are going to have days where they just, you know, they just have freshman days. And the biggest thing is that the leadership of this team has to take over at that point and let the freshmen know that, you know, they got to come back and perform the next time. And that's what this is about. That's what this level is about. You got to be able to come back and respond and perform. And I was proud of that. You know, Nneka's still finding herself in there. You know, kid's got a load of talent in there. She's just finding herself inside right now. And she has some moments where you're like, wow, that was great. She went up and got it, put it back in, used her left hand. And then there's moments where she takes a shot that's just, you know, out of her character. So right now she's just a little nervous out there still, and, you know, she's going through a little bit of a rut, and we're going to work with her and teach her about how to deal with those ruts and you know, come back and get back to the level she was playing at earlier in the year, where she was giving us a lot more minutes and starting for us and stuff like that. So it's a process, and she just got to keep going through it maturely.
We've got a road trip this weekend against Wagner before you return to the Sewell Center next Monday to take on St. Francis.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, we're going back on the road, and when you go on the road, you know, it's a whole different feel, and this team has to do a better job on the road of going out there and finishing a game and working hard for 40 minutes. And, you know, our next game now, we can't, you know, lay on this one. You know, we'll enjoy this tonight, and we'll enjoy this tomorrow, but, you know, when we come back to practice, we're going to be, you know, ready to go and focused in on our next opponent. And, you know, if we go out on the road now and we don't, you know, put together another game, you know, what does that say about us? We can't just keep seesawing like this. We got back on track now, and now let's be confident confident in what we do, and it's practice really hard and work really hard and iron the things out, whether we won or lost the game the same way.
Congratulations on the win. We'll talk to you next Monday.
Thank you, Adam.
Again, the final score, 83-42. Robert Morris defeats the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds here at the Sewell Center. We'll talk to you again next Monday as the Colonials take on St. Francis University. For Justin Piles, I'm Adam Gusky. We'll talk to you then.